Well, so it's really time to cover the next few games on the list. So, of course, this is part two of games we've completed in 2025. Now, of course, obviously, there's going to be probably questions on what games are allowed and which ones are not allowed. Provided that we've completed them for the first time in 2025 or really gained a new experience from it, such as like completing a different ending or it's a remake or something, it is eligible for this list. That said, games like Grand Theft Auto 5 will not be eligible for this list because we've already completed it. That said, let's just get into the first game of this list with Neko Power Volume 1. So this is probably going to be one of the more controversial games on this list, and that's just because of the themes about it. It's a it's a bit of a controversial game, but I'm just here to really talk briefly about it. So this game's about a guy who has a bunch of cat kills, and that's honestly really it. The game itself is okay, nothing too special about it, and the only really memorable thing about it is just how uh, how much criticism it gets. Of course, next up is of course Vault Milestone 1. This one I don't really remember too much. It's another visual novel, but it sort of just blended in with other stuff I was playing. I do remember I liked it quite a bit, but I don't really have too much to say about this one. So, I guess I will be moving on then. Next up is, of course, Lucy Got Problems. This was an interesting game. We got this from a recommendation by one of our girlfriends, Bethany. It was right as we started dating, and she had recommended us this one, and it seemed interesting, and so it was on our backlog for quite a bit. And earlier last year, we decided to give it a try. Overall, it's a really fun game, and we recommend it. It was also especially nice it because it was at a time when we really weren't having too much things to play on a Switch. So being able to play this one was a pretty fun experience, and you know, really made us appreciate being able to play visual novels a bit more than usual. Next up, we of course have White Day, 11th Name School. This was on the uh, top horror games list that I've done on this channel last year. It's a fun game. I just have too much to say about this one. Honestly, the atmosphere of this game was honestly really fun. I loved the horror for this game, and I loved the story with this game too. It was a really amazing game, and I look forward to playing the sequel when I can. I definitely recommend this game as I feel like it's a nearly perfect horror title, and there were plenty of spooky moments in it, and generally, it was an interesting title to play. Next up on the horror games list is, of course, Corpse Party. This was fun. This was my first experience to Corpse Party. As of now, I have a few of the other games on the Vita. Also, kind of sucks that they canceled a release for the compilation here in the West. But being able to play this one was really fun. I wasn't really expecting much from this one when I first started playing, but the more I got into it, the more I started falling in love with it. It's generally an amazing game, and one I recommend to people who have not played it yet. And heck, even if you have played it, I definitely recommend playing it again. Next up is another visual novel, Willed End Syndrome. This one was fairly interesting. I don't remember too much about it, but I do remember liking it quite a bit. I thought it was a fun game from what I've read about it, and it's one I definitely recommend to folk who are into visual novels. Can't really go wrong with this one. Another visual novel. This time it's Date A Live, Rio Reincarnation. This was fun. I've been a huge Date A Live fan since 2019, and knowing that the series has recently celebrated its 15th anniversary was honestly really fun uh, to know, and it makes it more fun to have this game on the list. I think it was a really fun game, and I personally recommend it to people who are huge fans of anime and who were fans of this series. I believe it's a really fun game, and it does deserve more attention. So this is a surprise. Knights of Azure, Bride of the New Moon. Yeah, this is a sequel to the first Knights of Azure game. The one I never really did complete. But I wanted to give this one a try, and I'm glad I did. It's a really fun game, and was more fun to play than the original. I absolutely adored this game. I've only played the Blue Reflection games in this one, so I don't know too much about Gust's other games, but I do know that I've been wanting to try out their other games because I've had such positive experiences with Blue Reflection and Knights of Azure. This was a really fun game, and for any JRPG fans, I definitely cannot recommend this one enough. Next up is, of course, Bayonetta 3. So this was interesting. It's been on my backlog for quite a while, and I originally didn't really enjoy this one when I first started playing it. But having played it again last year, it was really fun, and I personally recommend this game. I still do think Bayonetta 2 is the best one, but for the most part, I do think this one was pretty fun, and I was happy to be able to play it and cannot recommend it enough. And I'm hoping that we see a fourth Bayonetta sometime soon. And of course, the final game for this list is, of course, Death and Request 2. Death and Request I've completed back in 2024, and so the second one was on my backlog for quite a while. It was also one I was really looking forward to. I personally think this is one of the best games I've ever played, and I'm looking forward to playing Code Z. I really did enjoy this one. It is just an absolutely amazing game, and I'm very much happy that I was able to get to play it, and I'm happy I was able to find a copy of it on the Switch so I could play through it again. I personally recommend this game, and it still remains to be one of the best games I've played of not only 2025, but during my time as a gamer too. So of course, that's games 11 through 20. Obviously, I will probably start expanding these lists a bit more, probably including 20 or so, maybe even 30, considering just how this one was like less than 10 minutes. But I guess a little time to really reflect on these previous games. Were they good? Do I still like them? Will I still play them? I feel for the most part, honestly, all these games are something I will complete again in the future. And there's some I'm already planning on trophy hunting or achievement hunting in, or just straight up replaying them. So far, I really did like the games I did complete last year. While there were some bumps in the road regarding Corpse Party and uh, White Day, I really do think that those were really fun games to experience, and I'm looking forward to being able to play more of them and hopefully meet more people who've played them. But that's all I really have for today's video. And of course, next time I will be back with a new video. So stay tuned. And thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time.